And welcome back. We're going to talk about what I'm looking at on Funimation this season and some of the stuff that I've liked that is airing on Funimation. Some of these shows are airing on Crunchyroll as well, so depending on how long it takes for the English dub to come out, I'm probably going to watch it on Crunchyroll first. As you can see, my continue watching Mashoko Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Definitely top tier. Anime is good when you want to go read the light novel to continue the story or the web novel. And I had plowed through the series, so I pretty much know. I stopped after the main story in the web novel, and I think I read the first story about Norn and who she gets married to. But yes, de- the anime is doing this series freaking justice, and artwork and everything looks great with it. My senpai is annoying. It's pretty funny. Totally didn't see that coming. I had actually not even seen any advertisers or anybody talking about this series, but I may start doing some reviews on it too. But this series is definitely a worth a watch. The vampire dies in no time. It got the animation style of Irma, but it's definitely a different take on it. I got to 5 episodes today that I was watching it with my nephew. So I'll probably just wait for this to end and then binge it later on. I'm already watching Demon Slayer on Crunchyroll, or probably whichever one I remember at the time that I'm watching on. So Crunchyroll or Funimation, so subscribe to both. A bottom tier is not this season, but I liked it. I may or not. I'm thinking about picking up the light novel and continuing it. I just have to see. The Vampire Cosmonaut is pretty decent. It's pretty dope. I gotta come back to it though. Been kind of slacking off. And Maruki-chan, I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but yeah, that's an interesting series. So I'm on 3 episodes of it, and I probably want to come back to it later. Let me see. Go to not all schedule. Just meant to go to all shows and show what I'm actually watching this season. Huh. It look like it's sorting about what's actually out now compared to what it normally shows when I go to this. But yes, I am watching The Vampire Never Dies, but I probably wind up watching it as a binge later on. Uh, Agent Girls Frame, I have that saved, but I have not started it yet. The Vampire Cosmonaut is definitely dope so far. Mashuka Tensei and Demon Slayer. Let's see what else. Tessa Note, haven't seen nor watched it yet. I've already talked about Mir Chan. The detective was already dead. That was pretty dope too. I think it was an on and off with this series. As in, I didn't watch it week over week, but I did binge it in spots. I liked the first episode of Duke of Death. I just it got overshadowed by the anime so far, so that's definitely a series that would have to be come back to. How the realest hero rebuilt kingdom. Well, let's just say I'm into that type of series because I have bought 14 of the volumes that are out, and I'm currently on volume 15 on the J Novel Club website. I would say J Novel Club's subscription is not bad. It's like $50 for a year. Um, and right now I'm following the realest hero, Spirit Chronicles, and what was the third series? Oh, Ascendants of the Bookworm. Those are the top three series that I'm currently following. New chapters on there. They have a couple of more series that I'm probably gonna pick up and maybe do some reviews on later. I have not watched The Dancing Hero or Restaurant in the World. I probably watch Restaurant only if they dub it in English later on. Uh, I've already talked about Build Divide in my Crunchyroll video and Senpai. Da. Company Black is on my list. I'm 4 episodes in that. I'm gonna have to come back to it from last season. What else? Currently this season, I am definitely watching Banished from the Heroes Party. It is pretty much. It's got nice pacing. It's got nice action. Got pretty nice waifus. I'm definitely loving that series. So that's a definite week over week must watch. The Scarlet Nexus I have not watched yet this season. What else? This series right here is it's pretty a trip. But I've only watched one episode. No, was it 2 episodes I watched this? So I'll have to binge that at the end. It's not a much watch, but it is definitely funny. Have not watched Otherworld Picnic, so I might come back and watch that over the holiday weekend. Romaine, that was pretty dope. I liked that when that was out. I'm in the sports anime, so Haikyuu, Kuroko's Basketball, Romaine, and definitely watch Kuroko's Basketball on Netflix. That series is freaking dope. It reminds me of Haikyuu very much. Wasn't really into this second season of Fire Force. I'm trying to think. Did I even finish the season? Well, that's how slow it was. I don't even remember if I finished it, so I definitely have to come back and check out Fire Force. Did not check out The Last Crusade 4.3. I'll definitely have to finish that because it's on my list. Uh, the case study of Valentes is definitely dope for the 5 episodes I saw, so I'm just gonna binge that one. Most of the stuff I was watching was mostly on Crunchyroll this season. I have not watched that series yet, so that's probably gonna be maybe a binge. Um, have not gotten into Strike Witches at all. That's a fan service anime, but I haven't got into it. The Wandering Witch, loved it. It's more of an anthology series. The Saints Powers Omnipotent was good for the season it was out. Definitely check that one out. King's Raid, it's okay. It maybe get better. I'll probably have to come back and binge that later to find out. And let's see, Come Bear, definitely wholesome and nice, and may or may not wind up trying to find extended sources to that because I don't know if it's gonna get season 2. Bottom tier I already talked about. My Hero, uh, Blue Reflection. I've heard good things about that, but I haven't watched it yet. Love Log Horizon. I wish they would have put out more episodes than 12, but I'm not sure if the 12 is going to be the new standard for anime. Jujutsu and Hanata Summon the Demon Lord I talked about on Crunchyroll video. Data Live, I have gotten into this series. It is a definitely just a catch it and watch it whenever kind of anime. It's not something you need to watch this season just like that, but it's entertaining. As you can see, I was on episode 8, so it's not a must watch and not a continuous binge so far. Full Dive is definitely something you want to check out from last season. Shadow House, I've heard is good, and Moriarty the Patriot, I've heard good, but I have not caught those yet. So, and Decadence, I have not watched yet. Megalobox, freaking is dope. First season, plowed right through that. Second season, I hadn't watched because I was watching other stuff, but definitely want to check out Megalobox. Vivi, definitely was into that week over week. That's definitely a much watch. Wonder Egg is a much watch too. Up to I've heard some things at the end of it. I haven't watched the very end of it, but I'll probably binge that during over the winter too. Let's see. Plunder is definitely great. So definitely get into that. Don't know if I'm gonna get any light novel material out of that yet. Uzaki was great. Kill la Kill was great. Uh, Skate Leading. Okay, I like this series, but I haven't finished it, so I definitely have to come back and finish that up, or I'll probably just come back and binge it. Fruit Baskets is great. I'm just gonna probably wait till all it get through and just binge right through it the way it's set up, because I was plowing through it for a while. Railgun, it's a shame that they're doing Railgun better than they're doing the main story of Magical Index. So I probably wind up just maybe picking up the light novel and just reading Magical Index from that, because I don't sound like the anime got done right. I know I'm late to the Railgun train. Have not watched that series. The second season of Quintessential Quintuplets, it was cool, but it was not as great as the first one, or at least as funny as the great one. It was not as funny as the first one. Dr. Stone Wars was great. Let's see what else. Could not get into Sales at Work Black or Sales at Work season 2 at all, because for some stupid reason Crunchyroll kept putting all the subtitles in Portuguese. So while those series were on, I never could watch them correctly because all my devices kept putting Portuguese instead of English. They probably fixed it by now, but it's over with, and that's just probably had to be a catch up later on. Supposed Kid and Les Dragon Boonies. I'm quite sure the source is probably more funnier than the anime turned out to be, especially considering that the other series, Hidden Dragon Dungeon Only I Could Enter, I could never really tell between those two series which one was rich. That's how similar they were. And Harmia, that was good for that last season too. Sleeping Princess, I did not get to uh watch that, so I'll probably binge that one later. Tokyo Ghoul, I was all into. I found out they messed up the later seasons, and I was like, nope, I'm dropping that. Infinite Dendrogram could have been like Bofurry, but it got a little confusing too. I see it's on J Novel Club subscription, so I probably maybe check out a chapter or so on there to see if it got any better, and then maybe I'll pick up the series again to see. Hunter x Hunter. Da, 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 da. Well, that's it on Funimation for stuff that I'm watching this season that I thought was great. See, Bear Fury, definitely check that out. That's pretty funny. And we'll be doing more anime reviews and stuff like that later on. The regular and Magic Academy, the main series is pretty good. The spinoff with just the sisters, or at least the first episodes I saw, that was so. And yeah, love Fairy Tail. I don't know why people hate it. It's not Dragon Ball Z, and it's not gonna be super emotional like Bleach or Naruto or something like that. But it's just something fun, dumb to watch. Overlord is definitely great, and Assassin's Classroom are my recommendations if you're getting into anime to check those out. I'm so disappointed in the Millionaire Detective because I really thought this series was gonna be a lot more dope than what it actually turned out to be. Not that it didn't help that Funimation was messing up at the time I was trying to watch the series. Oh, and yeah, by the grace of gods, if you're mad at Mashoka Tensei, by the grace of gods is pretty much the same aged character dating a younger character within that world too. So if you're freaking out about Mashoko, you're probably really freaking out about Grace of Gods as well. So just remember, these folks been reincarnated. They are not the same people that they were when you saw it. Because by that logic, freaking Rimuru will be way older than what he currently looks like in his series as well. Let's see what else. No, that's it. Okay, so that's all I'm watching on Funimation, and I will do a overview of shows that I'm actually gonna start covering and reviewing um out of the current season, and then I'll probably go ahead and do a proper uh list of what I'll actually be reviewing on a regular for next season. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and we're on Twitch and YouTube under the same username. Thanks for watching. That's my opinion about what's out for this anime season, what I'm into, and hopefully you're into it too. Let drop what you're looking at or looking forward to in the comments. I will check that out and see if we'll probably do some reviews on it. Peace out.